Fragrance Fiend here today with one of Montale's best-selling and most popular fragrances, known for its strong coffee accord. Released in 2013, it is Intense Cafe. When searching for coffee-orientated fragrances, it's highly likely you'll come across Intense Cafe first. But is it really a coffee scent? The top opens up with some soft florals. In the heart, the rose dominates. It's not really a jammy or jarring type of rose, it's very subtle. Then you have the coffee note, which doesn't really align with a cappuccino or dark light roast or anything in between. It kind of reminds me of like a mocha frappuccino, which is instantly detectable from the opening, which kind of makes me a little disappointed because it wasn't as coffee orientated as the marketing suggested. As this begins to dry down, you get the vanilla, the amber, and the white musk, which blend together really smoothly. Despite its marketing campaign and the name in the fragrance, a lot of people can't seem to detect that coffee note. I suppose it does come down to skin chemistry because I do get a tiny bit of coffee, but on most people it's purely rose. But for quite a sweet fragrance, it's not really cloying, it's really easy to wear, and it's a great gourmand to get into if you're just beginning. If you want to put some generic label on it, then yes, it is that winter date night scent. Even though it's a unisex fragrance which leans a little more to the feminine side, it's not really going to stop anyone in their 20s or 30s if you're a guy from wearing it, which makes for a great blind buy if you're giving it to a woman. But when I got it, I was actually really pleasantly surprised and really enjoyed the scent. For a niche house, it's definitely an affordable fragrance. So if you're looking into getting a easy to wear sweet gourmand fragrance with vanilla and amber in it, this is definitely a good choice. But if you want a strong coffee orientated fragrance, just go the extra mile and get Ristretto. Ristretto is essentially what I thought Cafe Intense would be. The rose isn't as dominant, the coffee shines more, and definitely more on the masculine side. But more on Ristretto in another video. Intense Cafe is in the top 5 strongest fragrances I've ever worn. As ridiculous as it sounds, literally just wiping my finger across the atomizer will leave my fingers smelling of Intense Cafe the entire day. That's the one thing I did not expect with this fragrance, its insane longevity. It literally lasts a few days on your clothing, if not longer, and about 14 hours on your skin. Out of the hundreds of fragrances I've worn, this is the only one where I've sprayed a tiny bit on my chest for someone to go in for a hug, transfer it to them, and get a message back saying they can smell it on them hours later. This is one fragrance guaranteed to leave a trail, and I'm surprised out of everything that I've worn and smelt that this is the one that has been the most powerful on me. So even though the projection sillage longevity is a solid 10 out of 10, the scent is about an 8 out of 10, but the marketing claiming that it's a coffee heavy fragrance, I have to scale it down to a 7 out of 10. For me, a good fragrance is what it says it is. If it's being marketed to be something it isn't, then it's not going to get judged fairly, even if it's a great scent. But anyway, that's all for today's video, so I'll see you next time.